Welcome to Memorial Stadium and the sea of red in the heartland of Lincoln, Nebraska. An uncommon place and home to an uncommon program with a championship pedigree. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cornhuskers offense takes the field. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Floats it out in space. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to try to get it himself. Last thing you need is this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with the slide. The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So Michigan's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Going to the running game. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
On the run, it's Pryor. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into it.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad.
He's off to the races. Running inside the 20. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolutely perfect. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll go to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. And they needed an... He didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. To the ground with the back. still running at the 40. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense set on first down. They'll try the left side. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. On 3rd and long, the blitz pretty much puts the offense out of its misery with the sack.
Yeah, and it's so tough for the offensive line when you get in these situations and you know all these fast athletes are going to be getting after the quarterback. Who's coming, who's not coming. This is why you try to stay out of 3rd and longs, because bad things happen.
Wants to pass it. Unloads it left. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Still on his feet at the 40. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Using his legs, it's Pryor.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Coming after it. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Tackled after picking up the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one. You're seeing that in this game.
And sure tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Huskers send out the punt unit. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
On second down, wants to throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. Caught near the sticks. It's Pryor. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Wolverines look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll run it. It's Algier. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to pound their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Defense is about filling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. How about this running back dragging a toe and getting it inbounds?
Showing off the wide receiver skills. You know, running backs are so talented nowadays, and you split them out as a wide receiver so much, and he showed it there. He could play wide out easily with a nice catch, nice awareness.
Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. This guy can throw it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes a move. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Quickly to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the... That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. It'll be a draw. Pulled down for the tackle.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer. Nice run by the running back.
1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Defense not showing press coverage. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Power football with the run. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
It's not sexy. It's not pretty. It's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go high percentage, run the quarterback sneak, get the 1st down.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! And the beatdown has ensued. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll go back to the air on second down. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Big House. This massive crowd assembled here today to cheer on the Wolverines, already chanting, "Go Blue." And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Buckeyes will kick this away to start us off. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. So Michigan's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And here we go. Wolverines and Buckeyes. Everything that's gone into this game for 365 days is about to play out right now, Kirk.
And there's just something right? When you look out on that field and you see the colors on the field competing against each other. Maize and blue and scarlet and gray. Let's see what happens.
Keeping it on the ground here. Breaking free at the 35. You tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. Off the play fake. Looking to throw. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. You recall the last time they played, the Wolverines won a very close game. That has not been forgotten in Columbus for a single minute since then.
No, and if I remember right, it was the Michigan defense that really stepped up and prevailed and led them to a close victory the last time out. Let's see what happens today if the Buckeyes offense can make the adjustment.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Finally brought down to the 12. An explosive play puts him in great scoring position.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
The Wolverines begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. That is an impressive start, Kirk. In an emotional game like this, to be so efficient, to click like that early is impressive.
Well, it's very impressive and a great way to start for this team because all the build-up and all the hype, now you can just settle in and play your game.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 Dolphin scoring. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. The Buckeyes offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. We've got a great matchup of tight ends here today, Kirk, and it's fun to see this group of athletes emerging. Guys who are big enough to make an impact blocking and box out, but also fast enough to make plays in space.
Well, in my opinion, you're watching two NFL tight ends playing in college football with these two, and they happen.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. Finally brought down to the 13-yard line. An enormous gain puts him in great scoring position. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This quarterback on fire today.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? And they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. No stopping, and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Well, for many, this is the quintessential college football rivalry. It combines tradition, high intensity, and very often high stakes.
Yeah, Chris, I really think the rivalry has changed over the years. Guys in my era would tell you it was a game that was the most heated but the most respected because of the way you were recruited by both schools. There was the Woody, there was the Bo influence on the rivalry. But I think in the new social media era, I think it's more about hatred for the two schools from both sides. It's just a different feel. We'll feel that today when these teams go at it.
The Buckeyes will send their punt team onto the field. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Crosses the 45. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
They'll hand it off. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Trying to create here on the move. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
And the Wolverines keep the football on the move. Looking to pass here. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Chris, that's his second touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in it.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return begins inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Offense will set up on 1st and 10. And he'll set up to throw. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. Through the first quarter, both quarterbacks have been lighting it up as the stats reflect. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. They'll run it here. Trucks through the defender. He shreds the tackle. Now juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain. That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. Can he make it to the marker? That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. Buckeyes will line up to boot it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Punt goes out of bounds. Looks like they'll spot it near the 15. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum from the defense. Make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Man, Chris, we could hear the contact from that hit all the way up here in the booth. So, hey, it's easy to blame the ball carrier, but I don't know if anybody could have been able to hold on to the ball after that hit.
Second, there's a timeout on the field. The coach wants the officials to take another look at that one. Thinks he might get an overturn. So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. He's got some open field ahead. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception and a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Well, the first job here, just hold on to the football. The last drive ended in that fumble. Quick throw to his receiver. He's got his man in the open field. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The Wolverines hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And now they'll set up for the point after. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Man, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground. And by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
They feed it to the back again and again. Nowhere to run. The running game has been smothered.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Under pressure, just lets it go.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. And there's the handoff. The Salk were able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
They're going to run it. Brought down to crosses midfield to the 46.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The Wolverines will line up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Always looking to throw. Can they keep this drive going, trying to convert on 3rd down now? Looking to pass here. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
This football incomplete and a turnover on downs.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down, looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Receiver makes the catch. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And the pass falls incomplete in the final play of this first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Wolverines Hopkins will kick this away to begin the second half. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. First play of the second half, they'll keep it on the ground. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. The Buckeyes looking to run some tempo here. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. It's a quick grab. Great defensive play, tackled quickly. Not much of a gain. 3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Plenty of time to scan the field. Finally flings it to the left side. That is a big play. Finally brought down to the 44.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need point.
And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. A good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the 1st down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down.
It's a fumble. The defense recovers the fumble.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
Second, the coach has called timeout. He may use a challenge here to have the officials take another look at that one. So it turns out that was a smart move by the head coach using the challenge. The officials overturned the previous ruling on that play. The offense couldn't convert on 4th down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. And the quarterback will just sneak it now.
And one of the things we love about this guy is his ability to use his legs when he has to. And I almost feel like he got behind that offensive line. And because of his size, I don't know if they were able to locate him. By the time they did, it's a 1st down for the offense.
He's a wide-open receiver, complete. An explosive play, big gain, spotted down near the 37.
But Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Greasy had, 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the 1st down attempt here across the middle. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got his man open downfield. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
The Wolverines line up with a 1st and goal. And the quarterback's going to sneak it. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And strike up the Michigan band again as the Wolverines, Kirk, are beginning to build a lead and pull away here.
Well, I don't think the biggest Michigan fan in the country could have ever expected this kind of performance by the Wolverines. Everything that they have done has worked, and right now they have a nice, comfortable lead.
Extra point makes it 35-14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with are defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
3rd down play here out of the shotgun. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
2nd down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Oh, it's incomplete. A rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I don't know, man. I think he gets across the middle. He starts thinking about those linebackers and safeties. Got a little bit nervous. Lost his concentration. And
nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Looks like the defense has it.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hand on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in in college football. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Try and muscle for the first down. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
On second and goal, they'll give him another chance. Touchdown, Michigan. To stretch the lead, the route is on. And momentum really building now. Kirk, this one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. Man, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away.
Set to advance on the football.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They are really in a hole here, and that turnover in the last possession did not help. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for the wide out. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. First down at 10.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking right, this one caught. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Crucial third down play right here. The back's got it. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Running back with the football. No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as they try to cut into this lead.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards. They're on first and 10.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. The game makes it second and medium. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And now the handoff. Only a short gain in that one. Defense able to pen him in.
Nice job here controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. Here's the second down play. There's the snap, then he just takes a knee. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. So another W today as this team continues to pursue perfection. It's going to take a really good team to knock off this bunch, Kurt.
Well, when you're trying to look at teams who are championship caliber teams, you look for every aspect. And I'm talking about the offense, defense, special teams. When it's crunch time, how do they play? And the entire year, it seems like they just continue to get better in every aspect. It's going to be fun to see where this team ends up.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.